Best mods, keeping it under $100. Everyone always has the itch to modify their car. And honestly, whether it's $50 or, $500, most people don't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars to just spend on their car all the time. So I want to get some out for mainly specifically the G37, but modifications that you could do for cheap. You're not going to take a fucking loan out for. You're not going to have to run some payments on, keeping it under $100, something simple. Things that'll really make a difference on your car. First up is going to be actually like one of my favorite simple modifications I've done to this car, and it's going to be the grille. So this is the grille I got. This on Amazon was just about $100 for the G37s and G37 coupes. There are a lot of kind of different options out there. There are some that kind of break into the 160s, 170s price range, but there's other ones. I've ran the horizontal black gloss one for a little bit. I like that one. There's even just getting a new stock one that's that same silver, because I know they'll add that chrome chips really bad on these. So it's a really simple different look. It's, for me, I really like this one because it shows my intake. You can't see it the best right now because of the lighting, but you can kind of see them in there. It shows my intake, different, something aftermarket for the car, and I personally think it looks great. You can kind of get this from like $70 to $80 whether you go Amazon or eBay. It's going to be the aftermarket duckbill. So I did a video on this individually, but this thing, I got it from Facebook Marketplace actually for 50 bucks. All I did was wrap it black. This is what it looks like. Most of these come in a carbon fiber or a gloss black. I think it's very simple. You're staying under that $100 and it looks great. Very good looking in the car. I think it fits well with the body lines, and in the end, 60, 70 bucks. Something cheap, looks good, why wouldn't you? Now moving to the interior, this is one that is a little harder and a little labor intensive, I guess you should say. And it's going to be a steering wheel cover. So this is one I got here. So this ran about $70. As you can see, it's like a little bit of red stitching and stuff. And this is actually stitched on by me myself. I actually got this from a website called East Detailing. It's pretty nice. It's very difficult to install, I will say. But it's definitely something that I really like. It's got a different feel. It's a little leather and Alcantara. So like I said, it is a lot of work. This took me hours and hours to, you can see those stitches. I had to go through every single one of those individually. And to be honest, I didn't do the greatest of jobs. You can see it's a little wonky. This side's a little higher and a little bit different. But in the end, for 70 bucks, and it makes the steering wheel look a little bit aftermarket. It's like pretty good quality. It's leather and Alcantara. This thing I've had since coming up on almost like 6 months, and I think it looks great. I like the red, kind of goes with the interior, some of the other red accents with the dashboard and such. So I think it's honestly this is one of my favorites. It's just pretty simple, and I like the way it looks. Now, another one that honestly is extremely cheap, and although it's not really a crazy modification, I think it's definitely to note. Bought these little blue LEDs for my license plate lights, and I'll put up a picture. I like it. It's something super simple that just adds a little bit more, and I want to say these were $10 on Amazon. I think I got them from $10, and it's just for something simple. There's definitely different colors y'all can do, maybe if you want to color match it to your car, but $10 for something to just make it look a little bit different, I'm down for that every day. If you want to do something, if you don't know what else to do to your car, it's 10 bucks. Why not? It's, even if you end up not liking them, who cares? You didn't spend a lot of money. So now this one, most of the time may run around $100 or maybe a little bit more, and that depends on if you want to do it yourself. I'm actually going to do this soon, and that's going to be tinting. So obviously everyone does tint. That's one of the first things people do. That's the first thing I did to this car. But one of the things that I want to do is get some chrome tint, and I'm actually going to do it myself. The material itself is only maybe 50 bucks. You can get some tint on Amazon to tint maybe your whole car. And this is another one that's going to be a little more labor intensive, which I know maybe a lot of people, that kind of steers you away. But if you're only having to spend 50, 60 bucks on some tint, and then it's going to make that much of a difference for your car, that's a good investment there. You take one day, you spend 50, 60 bucks, you got your whole car tinted out, and you did it yourself. So this is going to be another interior one, and it's actually going to be interior underglow. So I did this, I actually got it as a gift. I think it was around 20, 30 bucks. Really, it can be any underglow in your car. I think outside underglow can be a little tacky at times, a little corny. But if it's done right, it's good. You know, underglow is such a simple thing, it's cool. Even if you want to get those little individual lights that you can charge, I think that's something that I've kind of considered, even just putting inside the grill so you can see the intake, getting those little individual lights that you can buy and switch with the remote. I think the interior underglow looks pretty good. I'll get a better video of it, but you know, 20, 30 bucks gets the interior looking different. And if you can hide the wires correctly, it looks pretty clean and it's not too bad. So here's a little bit of a better look. This is in the middle of the day. I got the sunshade up so you can see them a little bit better, but especially at night, you know, these pop, it's not bad. It's cool. I've got some in the back too. You can see them there. That's a different cord, but it looks good. Simple, 20, 30 bucks. Hitting the cords, you could see that one a little bit, but that's just because I wanted the angle to actually reach up there. But I mean, look at that. That's simple modification, $30, not bad at all. And another simple modification that, you know, a lot of people do, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely one to consider, and everyone does it. It's blacking out badges, chroming badges, debadging, whatever, just something. I think that's probably another one of the cheapest options that you can do. If you do it right, it's not as bad, but you know, I think if it's done correctly, debadging or even like, you know, blacking out your badges can be something very simple. It can look good. Just do it right. Try not to, you know, keep the emblems on. It'd be better maybe just buy aftermarket ones, but if you want to go for cheap, put some newspaper and tape around it, spray it up, boom, that's something different. And if you like it, there you go, cheap. There it is. You know, I've done multiple things on this car under $100, and I think they're good mods, they're simple, and they work. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to have good modifications for your car. You can find those simple modifications, and it's satisfying because you don't have to spend so much money on parts for your car. Let me know some things that y'all have done for, you know, 100 bucks or under. You know, I'm always interested in other things. I'm always looking for ways to modify my car for cheap. I think everyone is. But yeah, subscribe, like the video. Check out my other videos. I got a ton of other stuff. And I love you.